may go down finally. No, the turret's not got enough damage. Nothing can stop Shy. He's running through the entire team. Finally, he goes down. A little bit too aggressive, one might ask. It was a 2v1 exchange that CLG, oddly enough, came out on the back of. But is it too much? I mean, that's just the Azubu Frost confidence, surely.
That was way too aggressive by Azubu Frost. They thought they'd be able to force that down, and they actually lost a lot in that fight. The shutdown to Shy does give CLG a window to potentially come back in this. That was a failed tower dive, and whenever you fail a tower dive like that, you put the brakes on your team's aggression. That also lost the Baron buff from two of their members. Rapid Star and Shy no longer have it. They will get the Dragon on here.
Oh,
Yellow Pete might be able to solo Woong here.
Yeah, he's going to go straight for him. Woong's going to have to get away, but it's going to be a twisted advance, and Woong will get dropped. It's Yellow Pete that picks up the kill. Dragon was picked up just as well, but that is a really dangerous move from Azubu Frost. Have they just thrown a big advantage to CLG?
They may not have thrown their advantage, but they gave a lot of it back, because giving away the kills onto Woong, they lost that blue buff as well. They could get the Dragon, but they threw away Baron buff on 3 members. The Singed can only tower dive for so long before Yellow Pete has enough damage to take them down. Zani's Hourglass has been completed, and they're getting cut out again!
Twisted advance going straight on towards Rapid Star. Yellow Pete will take it down.
At these.
The Hemo play comes down. Meanwhile, down the bottom, their Templars also getting caught out down the bottom. What are Azubu Frost doing here? The power bindings could go across. It does. It lands at max range. Wicked is going to get back on towards him. The rest of Azubu Frost are nowhere to be seen. And Cloud's Templar got out of position. Now he got Shy coming on towards the top there. He's got Mad Life with him. Shy, you are not unstoppable. Yellow Pete is going to put the damage down. They have the wave coming in. He's going to clear it out. But Azubu Frost are doing the damnedest to throw this game away.
That is just the pressure they could be breaking under it. CLG.EU, so much composure, they were able to repel that dive, and then just member after member after member of Azubu Frost got caught out. We're now past the 30-minute mark. This is where CLG seems to take over these games. D-Man, are we going to see another turtle comeback from CLG.EU? Because it would only be fitting that they come back from such a huge disadvantage, from giving up a Baron, the turned around tower dive. Azubu Frost has to reset themselves right now. They clearly were on a bit of a tilt there after the lost team fight. Missed communications, missed wards. They need to take control of this game again. They know when the Baron's going to be up. It's no longer a benefit for them. They've given up a lot of kills. Their team fight strength here is questionable. Looking at the items, they have Death Cap and Will of the Ancients on Rapid Star. Close to a Ranwood's Omen on Shy. They're still really strong. They still have these advantages. They just have to initiate the right fight. CLG got it turned around when they tried to go onto Azubu Frost. How can they recreate that situation? If they do that, they'll still be able to come out on top. But boy, do they have to be careful, because this game, razor close now.
Both AD carries are incredibly strong. 4-2-2 for Gun Wung to finish the edge. Phantom Dancer. 5-1-2 for Yellow Pete. Trinity Force, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper. He's got enough that he can start to shred Shy. We saw it in that last fight there, just as he started to poke, which is why you can see the Warden's Mail now on Shy. He's realized he's going to have to start building a little bit more tanky. There's just a single Mystic shot there on Mad Life, shredded his hit points down. They've got to start being a little bit more cautious about their play. The pressure, you know, the confidence that CLG would have just picked up off the back of catching out all those fights. I mean, we didn't get the player audio, but I can only imagine the shouting that was coming out from Froggen after they caught out those fights, especially with that 2v1 down the bottom. Azubu Frost, until that point, had them demoralized.
And the biggest thing about killing Shy in that tower dive is the experience it granted the whole team. When you take down someone who's more than 3 levels above you, you get almost an entire level. So that has just caught CLG.EU up enormously. You can see they're all getting close to level 18 now, and they have really gotten themselves back in the game. You don't see that level value in the gold, but it is so, so important. The Baron coming up in 51 seconds. There are a lot of wards out. Azubu is going to try to litter the jungle. Snoopy with his oracles will try to clear them out. They need to peel for this fight. Wicked's only a level behind Shano. He's close to 18. They're trying to initiate in mid.
They've managed to catch onto Woong there and immediately put some damage down on him. And now the Baron is up in 30 seconds. Shy starting to head south. CLG.EU realizing they're at that position. Can we initiate a fight? Do we have something in us? And Azubu Frost have to be a collective unit Sure, were they to come into the next fight? They got away with it in a 4v5, but I'm not sure they're in the position to do that again. Snoopy is still a long way behind, 3 levels behind Cloud Templar. He cannot dive in. He can't Twisted Advance and initiate quite as crazily as he normally would. We are seeing the AP carries and the AD carries both at their similar levels, just a slight difference between Rapid Star and Froggen. But like you mentioned, Wicked now just that 1 level behind Shy. He can't get bullied, and CLG.EU are poking around the Baron area. There's no wards down there. They're just trying to draw something out. There is a huge wave on the bottom that's going to push itself. CLG.EU, ooh, that down binding, normally like a sniper shot, did not land.
So now it's going to be about Skarner trying to initiate the right team fights. We've seen in the past, Froggen's been great with his Black Shield, and he's actually fizzled a couple of pills. The fight CLG.EU got in trouble is when they tried to initiate onto Rapid Star. They have to be careful with that. Here, it's going to be Shy just trying to zone out as many people as he can. In the fights where he distracts enough members of CLG.EU and splits them up, they're good. Really, it's going to be about when Froggen goes in to commit, can Shy unleash himself onto CLG for the distraction, because they have enough magic resist within their team that if Shy takes care of Yellow Pete and Wicked, the rest of the team will win the fight. It's really about poking back and forth here. They're pushing down the mid lane. Krepo is actually going back to base. Will Azubu Frost actually try to rush down a Baron? Or are they too worried if CLG's initiate?
Well, they pinged up towards Snoopy there. They thought they could maybe engage. Pull Snoopy out of the way, take away that smite, flash engage, a flash impale, anything really to just drop him down. Wound actually doing a lot of damage to that mid turret. Well, Krepo was gone, so no Crescendo to save them. Now he's back in there. They should be able to defend this one out there. They did also spot that the red buff was being picked up. They've got clever ward placement here at Azubu Frost. And you notice a lot of the times when they do back away, Wound will quite happily sneak in there and take away that buff. Now we've got Shy around the back. Shy is thinking of engaging for this one. He's just behind the turret.
They could take out this turret and then start a fight. And they're going. The turret's not dead, but here it comes.
They've impaled on towards Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete's going to get dropped down very quickly. This is Azubu Frost can turn his fight incredibly strong. That's going to be a crescendo on the turret. The turret's trying to do as much damage, but Shy is just laying his poisonous waste across the entire CLG. They're going to have to evacuate this one. You can see Snoopy. He's going to get dropped. The Oracle's going to get burned out there. Does manage to escape? No. Rapid Star takes him down as well. Snipes off. Wicked's going to get dropped. Azubu Frost turned in this fight massively in their bunches. Guardian Angel's going to drop back up, but there's nothing you can do about it. But the down binding's on Shy, just the person they wanted to land it on. Zonya's hourglass spot by Froggen. Is he going to be able to come out of this one alive? No, he's not. Azubu Frost take him down as well. 14-9 in kills. They're going to pick up the inhibitor turret. Azubu Frost just turned that fight perfectly.
Everyone's still alive on them, and 4 kills. That was brilliant initiation. They got the Skarner pull, and CLG got sucked into the Zyralt, and Shy pulled off the successful flank behind them there. They're going to try to just rush down this Baron. They see there's fairly long death timers for everyone on CLG, and they have enough damage. Even though they couldn't teamfight here, they don't have to worry about it. This will be their second Baron. That is the inhibitor. They regroup from their last disaster push, and this could be a Baron. The True Shot Barrage is going to try to come through, taking them low, but I think they're still going to get that Baron. Wicked now coming in as well. They're going to peel this afterwards.
And Wicked comes in, and gets a brilliant route, and now he's going to get dropped. He might be able to get Mad Life, but really that's nothing. And Shy just walks away and picks up the kill. I cannot believe that. Wicked throwing himself at the deaths. And wow, what a turnaround. I talked about how CLG managed to drag themselves back into it, but Azubu Frost have just performed perfect replay. Let's check it out.
See the replay of this last battle, and this is just crazy. They get the Skarner impale onto Yellow Pete, and this is the big thing. The only person who can take down Shy is Yellow Pete. Once he drops, look at CLG just sit there doing damage, and Azubu Frost doesn't care. Shy, everyone is trying to run away, and he is just behind them. The tower doesn't matter. The Ranwood's Omen is so much. Flashing in, look at Rapid Star just finishing them out, and look at Wound freely running around the backline, taking out everyone. And this is just the long back and forth. They're just tanking turret shots left and right. That continues on. They get the Baron, and it's the flank that they pulled off there. Stop CLG, disengage, and created with Skarner. That's why they picked Skarner instead of Maokai, because they can get things like kill Yellow Pete. Interestingly enough, Quicksilver Sash, CLG's not going to let that happen again.
They are not going to let that happen again. And I think he just arcane shifted when he caught him with the Impale. Is that possible?
It is possible. Like we saw earlier, if you have vision when the Impale tracks, it will always pull him to it. It's only if you lose vision will it fizzle. And they didn't get the Black Shield on that either. It was just even more death for Yellow Pete. The timing coming down to the fractions of a second. Krepo in that interview right after the WE game said these are the two maybe best team fighting teams in the world, and it's all going to come down to those fraction of a second moves. They're just tanking up this next turret, trying to push the lane. CLG really having to turtle their lives on the line here. Lose this game, they're out. We'd have an Azubu Frost versus TPA final. So much on the line 40 minutes into this game.
CLG.EU. They said in the back room, if they were going to lose, they'd quite happily let Taipei Assassins win it. It's pretty safe to know who they're going to be cheering on for Azubu Frost to make it to this final, but honestly, Azubu Frost have really proved their worth here. CLG.EU picking up the first game, incredibly strong. They're going to engage. They're just going to tank them. Absolutely tanking it through, and Woong, of course, with the Guardian Angel, he is pretty safe to just keep on hitting that turret. The Dark Pine is coming across, not quite landing at full range, and Shai's just going to walk on in there. He could pick any old target he wants. He is not worried, and that's going to be the turret going down. There we go. There's going to Crescendo going across. Shai is going to get dropped down. No! He's just going to troll and run away. Finally goes down. Frog and Ultimate. He's going to manage to get Sonya's Hourglass, but Rapid Star is in there. Woong is in there, destroying the opposition. Greppo's going to dunk down. They have super minions coming up the mid lane. This could well be the end.
That's an ace.
That's a triple goal. That's the ace. That is the game. Azubu Frost are in the finals against Taipei Assassins. They have done it. They've managed to make it in there, coming back from a 2-1 just like Taipei Assassins did against Moscow 5. And that is CLG and the whole of Europe out of the tournament in the semi-finals. Fantastic, perfectly executed moves by Azubu Frost.
They had the one slip up where they almost threw the game, and you can see the relief on them. That's the second time they've had a set against CLG.EU where they've been one game from elimination and then swept it from there on out. So amazing. This was one of the most exciting games I've ever cast. I was losing it during that game, and they just have the relief. Woong, so excited. Congratulations to Azubu Frost. That was honestly very impressive.
Very impressive, and yet again, we're talking about the top lanes. Shai, absolutely at his best throughout this entire tournament. That's twice we've seen him play Singe. That's twice we've seen him 2v1 in teams without issue. And, you know, Cloud Templar versus Snoopy in the middle, constantly 3 levels ahead. Shai, constantly 3 levels ahead.